Hey guys! Well, Taneva and I are back from the Fluid Art Experience last week, and we had so much fun hanging out with our amazing fellow artists, meeting new students, and seeing old friends. These events are a lot of work, and we all come back pretty wiped out for a while, but they are just so worth it. So if you've never been to one of these events and you've never taken classes before, let me just say that there is something that you learn in person that you just can't by watching videos. You can't ask questions about what the instructor is doing and get an answer right then and there. You can't feel the consistency of the paint. And most videos don't show the entire process from the beginning, which starts with mixing your paints. It's such a different experience being there in person, and it truly makes all the difference in your fluid art journey. So if you're able, I would highly recommend attending one of these events if you can. The personalized one-on-one attention you get is well worth it, and it is really a game changer. Our next FAE is going to be in Dallas, September 27th through the 29th. I am already booked to teach there, and I can't wait to see you. Oh boy, guys. Yes, it's another piece using Amsterdam pearls, and yes, I'm officially addicted, but no, I don't need an intervention. I just need more time to paint, gosh darn it. So in this piece, I've added some other colors to the palette, and they are gold, copper, dioxazine, violet, and black. And I think they are really going to create some oomph in this piece when we get done. So let's get started with this multiple traveling straight pour. You know, doing straight pours is a lot of fun in itself, but doing a traveling straight pour, which means you're not just pouring it in one area, you're moving your cup while you're pouring all over the canvas. You can get some extremely cool compositions, lines, fingerlings, all kinds of amazing eye-catching things come out of that cup when you're moving it. So if you've never tried this pour, try it on a smaller canvas with a smaller cup and just kind of, move it around and see what kind of a composition you get, and then gradually move yourself up to bigger canvases. But this is probably one of my most underutilized techniques. I don't do them very often. I do love traveling ring pours, but that's a whole nother topic. But if you watch this piece when it gets stretched out, you'll see what I'm talking about the composition and how amazing it really is when you're doing this type of technique. Now you'll notice I didn't use a base coat on this piece because I knew I was going to have more than enough paint to tilt out without needing a base coat underneath it. So that's kind of what the factor I use to determine whether I'm going to use a base coat or not. How much of my top paint am I using? Is it going to be enough to stretch out and get a good composition without overstretching it in order to cover the canvas? If I wanted to go minimal with lots of negative space, I definitely would have used a base coat just to help what little paint I did put down stretch out. But that's something that you can consider when you're wondering, hey, do I need a base coat, or will flow extender work just as well? If you missed the original broadcast of Pouring from Coast to Coast, be sure and check out my good friends Michelle Galley with Grateful Creations and Taneva Baker with Taneva Baker Art and Design. They are wonderful artists. You guys know I love them to death, and you can learn a lot from them, I promise. I am already loving the composition of this piece, the difference in the lines and the movement of it. Now, I didn't really like that center where there's a little bit of black kind of above where my hand is. For whatever reason, I just didn't like it. So I'm gonna pour another smaller cup just to kind of break up that one area, and then I'm gonna tilt it out. So this is where I stop with it, stop tilting. But when I turn it over, I get what looks like to me is a broken heart. And I'll pan out here in just a minute and you'll see it. There's the right side of the heart. There's the left side of the heart. And it looks so much like a broken heart. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. So I was really pleased. It's so cool, the things that you see. And I'll show you something else that I see here in a second. Oh, the colors turned out beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Those pearls dried gorgeous. The other colors that I added to the piece just really made the whole thing pop like crazy. Now that area that we're looking at, when I pan out, I want you to look at it really close. And it looks like part of Chucky the doll's face. It's like his whole side of his head, and I think like one eye. But it's amazing. I don't see these things when I'm looking at the actual painting. But when I go back and look at video or pictures, I always see something different. Look at the photo. Doesn't that look like a big Chucky head with that big green eye? Once you see it, you can't unsee it, and I'm sorry. But I really do love this piece. I call it the Broken Hearted. Thank you so much for being here and supporting Pouring from Coast to Coast. We are going to have a new addition to our lineup on Friday, June 14th. So be sure and tune in for that. We're really excited about it. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon.